Hey guys, it's the History Nerd back with another exciting episode of Stellaris, Stellar Britain. But we're starting over. Why? Well, you may be wondering where I've been for the past, week and a half, 2 weeks? Been having massive computer issues. I think I've finally got things back to normal, in quotations, with a new hard drive. Not in quotations, it's a brand spanking new hard drive. Unfortunately, that means pretty much everything's been reinstalled. It's been not fun at all. Because I'm an old man and I don't believe in saving to the cloud, we're where we're at. I don't have any of my old saves from anything. So we're fresh and new. I've got all the mods back. I've remade all the custom species, so, you know, the Republic of Columbia and the Space Quakers, so on and so forth. So everybody's back, and we're back being Stellar Britain, but unfortunately we're starting anew, which does kind of suck. Thankfully we didn't get too far into things before, you know, digital catastrophe. So it's going to be worse for Hearts of Iron. I don't even know if I'll do Canada again. We'll see. Regardless, we got Space Britain to take care of. So yeah, basically, same thing as always with Stellaris. We're starting off good to build up our systems. Taking a look. We got quite a lot of food on the home planet, which, you know, not necessarily something that you need. We got double the physics we usually do, which is good enough. In fact, we will get some more physics research going right away. What else? What else have we got to do? Well, while we search through our own system, we will check out what the closer systems have to offer. What a very poorly worded sentence. How do we want to do this? I guess let's do something like this. So yeah, I don't know what was going on with the hard drive. I guess it was just the hard drive's time.
Situation log updated.
Yeah, we can proceed with caution on those guys. We'll come up through there. What a weird... I mean, I guess it's just because Taramda there is just so high up, but it looks, you know, it looks weird. Guess we'll have to loop back in on ourselves here. Let's do something like that. Thank you. And it's ugly. I'm not gonna deny that. That is the best we're gonna do for the southern scouting of this area anyway. So yeah, it's been a fun little time of stupid computer issues. I'm glad are finally, hopefully, past me. And I guess, you know, I mean, my computer is getting on in years, so it makes sense that things are going to start failing on it. Just, you know, I don't like when hard drives fail. That's the worst thing, because I'm not a good backer-upper. You know, it's not that I don't believe in backups, because that's probably one of the dumbest sentences anybody who works with computers can say. But when working with computers, there's so many other things that I would rather do than back things up that, you know, when it is time to be like, oh, I could certainly use a backup, you start to cry. I've stuck with Windows 7. I'm not going to go to Windows 10 yet. And I mean, I probably should. This should have been the moment where I was like, all right, let's just end it all and upgrade. But no, I'll stick with what I know. 'Cause I'm old enough now to be a Luddite if I want to be. And I want to be when it comes to operating systems. But I've always been that way. It took me a long time to give up on DOS. I finally gave up on DOS, I would say. Ultimately, you know, stopping looking at the operating system. Things with rose tinted. Why? We're just stuck fighting. And yeah, let's get out of there. Not that we'll be able to circumnavigate our way around. And wow, I'm surprised. We gotta get out quick, of course, but that void cloud is not on us, so we can continue our exploration. Like so. Perfect. And in fact, that led to a continental world that we may not have discovered until much later. Regardless, once that fleet gets home, actually, we should continue on right to Britain and get yourself repaired. Now, how are things looking on the home planet? There's not really anything we need to upgrade yet, although we are sitting on quite a few minerals, so we are still many, many months away from getting the colony ships researched, so we could probably look at building up some of the mining stations in and around Britain. Things seem to be going fairly slowly. Can we kick this up to speed 3? I think we can. Whether we should or not is another question. We might as well, we're out into deep, dark depth of space, do something like that. And that should be pretty good for an initial scout. Taking a look at the planets nearby, we are SOL. We got one continental world way down there. We got another one right here. And another one there. 13 and 12, those are pretty tiny planets. 18, that's not bad. We'll take 18. But yeah, 13, that's pretty tiny.
System survey complete.
All right, Britain's done. Go ahead and get on back to the home planet. And at 18, I think that's going to be our best bet. So the science ship Terra Nova can go scout out the Tanobo? See what we can see. Once our fleet gets back in repairs, we can send them out again to the north, because we will have northern things to look at.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, great, wonderful. Something moves with purpose. Oops. Turned the sound down just a little bit too much. I hope it's Stone Age primitives and not presentients. If it's Stone Age primitives, then we can plop down a reservation right away and get a heck of a lot of society research out of that planet, which will be nice. If it's presentients, I don't know, purge them again? I don't necessarily like the purging, but a planet that big. One species native to Tanobo 3 has, according to the Terra Nova orbiting the planet, achieved a tentative mastery of the planet. Well, there goes that planet for colonization, unless we want to be mean, horrible, atrocious purgers. Which, we might want to do. Let's do just a quick little loop around this sector, like so. See if we got anything in the relative close area for colonization, because now the best bet is 12 and 13, which is not a best bet in the slightest. Those are very tiny planets and very far away. Size 14. Well, that's still smaller than Earth. Or Britain. Britain's a size 16. We got some Epsilon aliens in this neck of the woods who are not going to be all that friendly towards us. Those bastards.
System survey complete.
All right. Tanobo's been researched. It's a alright looking system, I guess. Let's go down there and scout out that planet. What do we got? Alpha aliens. Space cows. We do not need to worry about them. Instead of heading that way, let's do something like that. And then we can hope that the landing system is clear and empty. I believe it is. At least of any sort of hostile aliens that we'll have to deal with, we can just brush those guys. Well, not even brush them aside. There won't be anything to brush aside. Which is good. What do we got? 270. Well, we can definitely take care of that and still have enough for a colony ship next up, which will be good. Nada. Well, that's a pretty shitty starting situation. Our best planet is going to be filled with aliens that we'll have to kill to actually utilize. So I think we're stuck going for the purging route, which does suck. Although we can get the purging... Okay. I mean, we could get the purging done and out of the way pretty quickly. There's still going to be huge diplomatic malices to us for, you know, purging the galaxy of a pre-sentient species. It makes me wish there was some other way to interact with those guys other than colonizing a planet with them and having them completely overrun you, or leave the planet untouched until you can uplift them and then still, you know, not have that planet to use for your own personal imperial needs, whatever those may be. So we might as well clear that out. Yeah, not a good start for Britain. We got a size 20 way down there, which, you know, we'll probably have to go for right away. How's that? That's not bad for a little planet. That's still not ideal. I guess you can't always be just waiting for the ideal. You'll never get anywhere in life if you do that. Just a bunch of hostiles, huh? Nothing worth colonizing up there. We could take a look at this arm.
Anomaly found.
A large amount of ship debris. We will definitely take that. We will leave that for now. 22 is too close to failure for my liking. We'll wait until we get a bit better chance. All right. Well, exploration fleet. Since that seems to be what you're doing, we are going to send you on a big, long journey that you will hopefully return from. You can never really tell when going on these big, long space journeys. In fact, I've ended that path in completely the wrong location for what I'm hoping to achieve. Yeah, so we gotta go like that, like that, like that, like that. Like that, like that, like that. Come on down. Whatever, well... Screw it. It was me doing pretty poor clicking. Whatever. I get us a little bit of an understanding for the planets that are kicking around out there. I guess we could go to the east as well. We do have quite a few planets there to check out. All in good time. Time is something we have plenty of course. But, you know, it's not much happening now. So I will see you guys when I've got something exciting to share. See y'all in a bit. I mean, for those interested, we're going to be taking powered exoskeletons. And then I guess we got the physics research in another 2 months, and then 22 months for that bio research. It's going to take forever. Guardians of Zanam, interloper! Heed this message. We are the Guardians of Zanam. Your presence in the Unamar system is an affront to our creators. Our programming compels us to destroy you. Make your peace with the universe. Go to red freaking alert. Ooh. Hello. Oh, I see. We have a lot of automated defensive units. 1.4 thousand in strength. Of course, sitting over a beautiful Gaia world that we are probably going to want to clear out. make sure that that Gaian world is ours. But, yeah, you know what? I've never seen the Guardians of Zanam before, so I'm guessing that planet is called Zanam, and we're gonna want to get that when we can. Probably research speed right away. Oh, goody! Got a retreat coming up into the Unif sector, which means we're not going to be able to get past Senok at all unless we can't fight those guys off. So we'll have our fingers over the retreat button and hopefully GTFO and get back to Britain as quick as possible. Oh, we got more than one, so we're going to lose at least one Corvette there. And then we can come back home the long way. Through more enemy contacts. It's not a peaceful... Well, it's not so much that it's not a peaceful galaxy. I mean, I've certainly seen galaxies with far more red, but thanks to the hyperlane only, which I do not regret, you know, it's the strategic locations. Although I guess maybe coming in from here... Oh, really? Too slow? Come on. We might be able to do that. We can give that a try. Oh, wait, no. Hold on, stop. Then go. Hopefully the whatever these are won't come around. Yeah, they shouldn't. Ah, mining drones, the bastards. So if we just had a few more Corvettes in this exploration fleet, we might be able to take those guys out no problem. Like so. We'll try that, see where that gets us. And, yeah. I'm going to be back when I've got something more exciting to share. See you guys in a bit. All right. What's going... Sorry, I'm just figuring out my stopwatch. I have no idea how much time has passed now, because I don't think that's accurate. Anyway, we've discovered a fallen empire, which is always great to have, you know, your first interstellar contact be one. Pitiful creatures, know that we roamed the stars for eons before your hapless species-mastered spaceflight. If any of your wretched little ships cross into our space, do not expect them to return. Ha, well... I mean, for militant isolationists, great. For militant isolationists, there's only one answer. We will fight for our right to exist, Calaxinen. The news that we have encountered intelligent alien life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms that we had long suspected that we are not alone in this galaxy. I mean, obviously not. We're going to find Earth, and potentially other human colonies as well. But each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat we must be wary. These particular Xenos appear to have been active on the galactic stage for some time. Their empire is likely thousands of years old. Their technology is far ahead of our own. We should be careful when dealing with them. We absolutely should. We have no... Well, is that actually a hyperlane there? I'm not sure that it is. But we're gonna... use this jump as best we can. Yeah, no, we're not. And in fact, we're likely not going to be able to get these guys to emergency FTL in time. So I'm going to bet that we have indeed lost our scout fleet. Let's take a look at the Calaxian progenitors here. Overwhelming dismissive. Can we take a look at their systems? Like, have we got an idea of what these guys are? Looks like no ring worlds, just planets. So, yay! They'll be blocking off a lot of the outer rim, and in fact, I would bet these two, well, certainly the continental world, and I'd even be willing to bet the Gaian world, colonizing there is probably going to make them angrier than you would imagine. Well, maybe not. Regardless, they're probably not going to want us colonizing anywhere near them. So those two are going to take a while and probably off limits. And who knows what's down over here. But it is probably also off limits. At least when it comes to the Fallen Empire's idea of who we or not who, where we should, in fact, go. We're still 9 months away from the colony ship, and we have a ton of minerals and things of that nature to utilize, so we should probably get our research growing. How's our food production going? It's going relatively well, but what I would like to do is actually get another just food production tile going. We're going to need at least one more. And if I'm going to build a farm, it's going to be on just food, not taken away from the minerals. If we can make Britain here a bit of a mineral production area, then I think we'll take it. What else is going on? Well, not much we can do there. How's this surveying going? The Walzerin sector coming along relatively well. Not much in the way of minerals going on there. What I will do, actually, is take this opportunity to get a physics research down there, and then probably... Whoa! No. You can just continue on with your survey, please. I don't need you to jump back up over into the Tanobo sector, but we will take our constructor ship and tell it to construct up. Maybe not. Maybe we'll cancel those and just go for the research station there. By the time that's done, we probably will have enough to plop down the 2 research facilities in Tanobo, as well as get a colony ship over for probably Saldropus. We'll have to see what Walzerin looks like. And way down here, we do have the Tigara sector, or system, which might have... I mean, that's just a good-sized planet. It's going to be next on our survey list. So we'll see.
System survey complete.
There we go. That's done. How about you come on over here, start surveying that system. We'll take a look at this planet. What kind of messed up route are you thinking here? I realize I've got you set to evasive, which is, of course, my own fault, but my word, travel half the galaxy just to go 6 sectors or 6 systems? Come on. Absolutely boring bog standard. Fairly mineral poor planet. What else have we got? Slightly better when it comes to resources, but also, you know, tiny. Oh, look at that, a continental world that we missed. Well, 20 is bigger than 16, but I guess we are right here, so let's find that, make sure it's the first one we survey. For no other reason than I just want that information soon. Don't necessarily need it soon. Well, 2 months away, as the sooner we can discover what's on this 16 planet, the better. Hopefully, it's going to be worth colonizing. We're stuck in a fairly piss-poor area, although I'm hopeful now with 2 continental worlds right next to each other, maybe we'll get more. Who knows?
Research complete.
We got some colony ship research done, and after that, it's going to be the monthly influence and the propaganda broadcasts. Aw, yeah, let's get a colony ship built right away. That constructor ship, you got enough for those 2 research stations? You do. I don't know if we've got the power for those 2 research stations. We might want to take you and actually get that mining station built in Saldropus. I've decided Saldropus, at least for this episode. That's how we're going to be pronouncing that. How's this looking? That's the ocean world that we haven't researched. Hazardous weather and bleak, huh? I don't think we'll be settling there. Minus 15 habitability, so really, I'm betting that ocean world is going to be a better potential future colony than the crappy continental world. Maybe, you know, the Ardoked? I don't even know. That sector, maybe that sector, you know, will be that system will be a sector.
Construction
I don't know why
complete.
I've got such problems speaking through the words I'm trying to speak. Good God. Brain function is not good today. I see what you're... Well, yeah, we'll let it go, I guess. There are signs of an ancient precursor civilization. Let's find out who that's going to be. Yeah, that ocean world is looking a bit better, that's for sure. So certainly the continental world in that sector is not going to be colony number 1. It's going to be perhaps never colonized. We'll see. Like I say, if that's in a sector and I don't have to deal with it, then I'll happily make the AI deal with it. We have recovered artifacts from an ancient civilization on Ardote 2. Ardote. That's how it's going to be. From what we have translated so far of their language, we have learned that the aliens called themselves the Assyrian Concordat. They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1,000,000 years ago. They appear to have been 6-limbed mammals, and there are several references to some sort of plague called the Javorian Pox, which swept across their empire with devastating results, possibly leading to their extinction. Very interesting. So we know who our precursors are, which can lead to a system that, if I know the way the game works, is going to be uncolonizable and will have, you know, stuff for us to look at. Let's get those research stations up for engineering research. We could certainly use them. So, colonizing. Where's it going to be? It's probably going to be Saldropus. Unless we want to get, like I say, unless we want to get Purgy, which we might.
Research complete.
Administrative AI. Might as well get the Sentinel point defense up. Yeah, the fusion cores are generally more better. You know, that's apparently how I'm speaking today. I mean, it's always good to have better power generation on your ships, but point defense, man, point defense is a very, very useful thing. I'm wondering, is that... Let me just pause briefly. Okay, good. No, where is the anomaly? It is not over the colonizable planet, which is absolutely lovely. So we will take this. And where do we want to put our capital? Let's see, that'll give us a boost to power and possibly food or minerals and something, which will become the other. That's just a power boost. There is just a power boost. That's kind of useless, but we still get a boost there, and there. That might be our best bet. Because we get a boost to power and minerals, and then food up there for the Frontier Clinic. And, well, it's not a 2 boost. Yeah, we'll go there. And we will call you Spires. Why not? I wouldn't necessarily consider Spires to be a particularly only British word or name for a colony, but you know what? There's something kind of Anglo about that whole thing. Yeah, the constructors building up those research, indeed, those are research stations that they're building up. We got the Ardote sector coming along nicely. We'll get some good research going. The only thing we really need to worry about is bio research, but that's okay. Our colony ship has gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Spires. This temperate, forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. The ship has been permanently converted into the administrative headquarters of the new settlement. Its reactor core is in the process of being removed so that it may serve as the colony's temporary power source. Hundreds of small tents and prefab shelters have sprung up around the former starship's massive hull as colonists begin to disembark in large numbers. The first British city on an alien world. It's indeed a great, some might say stellar day for stellar Britain. I'm going to be milking that joke for as long as I can, going on into the future of this and many other series. As I'm sure watchers of the channel will know, the bad jokes will continue to flow.
Research complete.
Come on, let's get that system done and surveyed so we can move on. What do we want? Probably a bit more in the way of weapon diversity, so let's get the nuclear missiles going. Because we got the Sentinel point defenses coming, we got the nuclear missiles coming. We can have a very, very nice starting Corvette with, 2 different weapon types and good missile defense. That's that for research stations done there. That's lovely. Our science ship should be finishing things up in the Ardoct sector, and well, the planets there may not be the best for colonization. We do certainly have a fair number of resources kicking around,
System
waiting to be
survey
exploited.
complete.
Let's take the science ship and send them back over here, because I do desperately want that system surveyed. And while we're sitting here with plenty of spare minerals, let's invest half of it in a fleet, because we do need to start clearing this crappy stuff out. And well, it will be a little while before we get our research done in our weapon systems to have the fleet at a point where I would actually want them to go out and do their clearing duties. I think actually building up a bit of a fleet first is going to be a good thing to do after the successful establishment of the first British colony on... Oh, and Intrepid. I was going to say, because we didn't name it Intrepid. An intrepid and some would say foolhardy group of entrepreneurs on Britain have set out on their first trade run to the outer colonies. This is a monumental day for Stellar Britain, and will forever set the tone for future civilian endeavors in the depths of space. Keep your fees paid and taxes on time, and there will not be a problem. Say the oligarchs running the show, and indeed, it won't be a problem. Because it won't be. I am that confident in the future of things. And yeah, I would like to get spires done here, so let's speed it up to speed 3. And then hopefully we can avoid any unforeseen computer issues. Thankfully with a new hard drive, things should be peach keen for the next little while. Yeah, time will tell though. Time will tell. And taking a look at the galaxy, I mean, we've got plenty of space. Because it's a space game. So we've got plenty of space. That's actually looking like it could be a fairly decent colony as well. Good on the society research, and we got a little bit of physics. The lack of engineering is a bit of a concern, though we do have some engineering in that system, thanks to that. Yay! We have detected the presence of a pre-space civilization on Jurg Kuntheg. They are in the early industrial age, with electricity and internal combustion engines gradually coming into widespread use. We should probably build an observation post on this desert world that contains them. Sorry, arid world that contains them. We could colonize
System
and then
survey
conquer.
complete.
There's always the possibility of just going in guns blazing with troops and making that system our own. I am not against that idea in the slightest. So if some of you militarist people want to see it, it is one of the easiest ways to conquer a system. And of course, if we've got those arid people in our empire, we can then, once we get the arid colonizing tech done, have people who will be suited for those lands ready and waiting to go. So it's absolutely a possible idea. But I'll leave that up to you guys. You know, do we want to purge the Xenos in Tunovo? Do we want to go in and forcefully speed up the development of the bug people. They are in the industrial age, so jumping to the space age it is a bit of a jump. There's no question about that, but it's not anything too concerning. Now let's head up there and hope we don't get destroyed on the way.
Research complete.
And like I say, you know, having the two different peoples is a good idea. Well, maybe not a good idea, but it certainly is helpful. Might as well get our defensive platforms started. Because yeah, we get people who would be very keen to go to arid worlds, which for us are horrible places to live. And, you know, we can conceivably, absolutely nothing worthwhile in that sector, huh? We can conceivably have them be a functioning member of the Empire. Of course, we don't have... No, we should have a governor for Spires. Let's get on that. Probably this Rose Mulrin here, who can, you know, give a bit of a bonus to buildings, because we are going to be building buildings on Spire. I guess I had that open already. So, you know, we don't necessarily need to... that is not good for food. Spires isn't. Should have looked at that. Well, we can get some food, and there's still, you know, other mineral sources. It'll be fine. But this is where we are going to leave the episode for today. So let's give her a save. We don't need to worry about a fancy name because this is going to be the only Stellaris game of Stellar Britain I've got going, just to keep the saves. Understandable. So yeah, restart. Yet again. Third restart on Stellaris. Third time's a charm. Tech issues shouldn't happen. Story issues shouldn't happen because we've got a good starting story. For roleplay, should be all clear, full steam ahead for the future. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed today's episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching. Sorry about the lack of videos the past little while, but we should be back, I hope, again. Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.